Hey guys, Steve Harris here with Muse Themes. I'm really excited today to introduce Article Connect. Now this is the first beta release of this widget, and it's something that we've been building for several months now. So what it does is it allows you to build articles or news or even simple blog systems using our Connect system. And if you're not familiar with what our Connect system is we've utilized Google spreadsheets, and in this case, you can even use Google Docs to create content that's pulled into Muse. So if I scroll down on this demo, you'll see that I have a listing of various posts. And if I click on any of these posts or the read more button, it loads the full post and we can read everything. We've got social sharing options included on the post. So pretty much every social network there is out there. If I click on any of these options, it brings up the sharing box. Below that, we even have commenting built in. So this commenting system uses Discuss, which is something that we have a widget for on the site. Really simple to set up, and it just works right out of the box. So you'll also notice that posts get a unique URL here, and you could share that on social, and it will link directly to this post. I can hit my back button and go back to the full listing of our posts. And we've got a couple different demos here for you. Here's a darker demo that uses a 3-column setup. And we've got another one that is actually a single column setup, and again, styled to look kind of like a blog. You click read more and you can read the full post. So this is a big widget. There's a lot to it, and there's a lot of different options that you can take advantage of, including a couple different ways you can set it up. I'm going to split up this training video into a couple of different chapters so that you're not stuck with one big long video, but we'll go through all the finer points of this widget, and it'll give you enough information to get it set up and start testing it and to give us some feedback. Keep in mind, this is the first beta of this widget, so we really need your feedback to tell us what things you want us to improve or add on. But you know what? Right out of the box here, it works great. So let me jump into Muse and we'll get started setting up Article Connect. Before I do jump into Muse, let's just look at what the download package for this file looks like. So I've downloaded Article Connect Beta here, and when I extract the file, you'll notice there's several folders with it. We've got the widget itself, which you can double click and it'll integrate right into the Muse library. We've got CSV files. Now these are the base CSV files that you can use for your content. We've also, similar to our other Connect widgets, included links on the widget panel to the various online versions of these spreadsheets. We have a PHP file. Now this file is only required if you're going to utilize Google Docs as your content source. So basically what this means is your customers can create a Google Doc or similar to a Word doc online, and that can be pulled into Article Connect. This is a little bit more of an advanced setup, and so it requires the use of a PHP file. The PHP file lives on your web server, and it's important to note that PHP does not work on Business Catalyst. So if you intend on using this method, you need to host this somewhere else other than Business Catalyst. Lastly, we have a folder that just has some sample articles in it. So these are the Word docs that you could use for your content. They're just very simple documents here with filler text. And we've got some sample images as well that you can use. So that's what the download package looks like. To get started, I'm just going to double click this widget and it'll import into our Muse library. Let's bring it up here. So we've got two options, the Article Connect and then a search box. So there is search functionality on this as well. And let's drag the Article Connect widget out onto the canvas. Okay, so now that Article Connect is out on the canvas, I'll open up the panel and we'll look at some of the options here. First of all, we have a unique ID. So if you're going to use multiple options of this throughout your site, you're going to want a unique ID on each of them. Next, we can set our CSV source. So it can be a Google spreadsheet or it can be a local file. So if you decide to go with the local file route, you just need to add your local files down here under Add File. For now, we'll leave it on Google Spreadsheet. And then down here it says Article Connect PHP file. I touched on that a little bit earlier in the video, but we won't need to add that in for now. Beyond that, we've got some settings here, and in this settings box, you can control the columns that your content shows up in. We've integrated a whole bunch of different preloader types and preloader color options so that you can style that up. Below that, we've got some text options for what you want your author name or created date to say. And lastly, we've got links to our templates. These are the online templates we've created. So we've got a content template, a presets template, and then we have this HTML text editor. And I'll run through that in the next video. So just to give you a quick idea of how this looks without a ton of setup, I'm going to set the CSV source to be a local CSV file. I'm going to add the two that came with this widget. So there's our content format, and we'll set our presets file. And there we go. And now with those two added, let's preview in browser. And you can see that it comes up right away. So we've got our kind of hero images. We've got the read more buttons. They're opening in new pages. So everything seems to be working right out of the box. In my next video, I'm going to cover how to add content to this widget using a manual HTML approach. So stay tuned.